Thank you for coming all to my capstone. I know it's a really crazy time of the semester, so it's just really exciting that I get to see this turnout. So my name is Nicole Parisi. I am a theater arts major. For this capstone, I started by talking to my other major, which is cinema media studies, and talking about how I wanted to write for television. And my advisor and I talked about how some television shows started off as one-act plays that got adapted for the screen. So that gave me the idea to write this play, this one-act comedy, where I would eventually go on to adapt this into a pilot. Trying to think, telling the story about this. So I really wanted to get started on getting to know these characters, which I'm really excited for you guys to meet. And then the story kind of flowed from there and going off their interactions with one another. So that's going to be awesome. I would like to thank my entire capstone class for supporting me through this process. They were there when I was workshopping this play, so they read these lines when they were really raw and really clunky and awkward. And I would also like to thank Chris Kaufman, my theater advisor, and also all the professors in the theater department for encouraging me on this journey. I also would like to thank Jim and Udden in the Sims department for helping me with this idea. Everything else, I would like to thank this wonderful cast that has agreed to read for me and helped get to know these characters with me. This was also giving voice to these roles, and I'm really excited to see what they do with them. And I would also like to thank Roisin and Daly for agreeing to run lights the day before the reading. Yes, trying to think who else do I need to thank? Everyone, thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful time. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I had a lot of fun writing this play. I had a lot of fun workshopping this play. I hope you also have fun hearing this play. Thank you. My Landlord's Family, a one-act comedy by Nicole Parisi. Lights up on Tina and Cleo's apartment. Clutter fills the room. At the far end of the stage, there is a door leading to the hallway. The morning has just begun. Cleo lays passed out on the couch. She could look dead, but she's fine. Tina enters the room, dressed for work. Tina wakes up Cleo.
You have to wake up.
What?
When did you fall asleep last night?
Tina walks into the adjacent kitchen. She throws random things into a cup.
Don't you have a job interview today?
2.
Cleo rolls off the couch and onto the floor. Tina buttons up her suit jacket.
I have to go to work, Cleo. I can't just keep taking care of you in the morning.
I can take care of myself.
Cleo rolls into the kitchen. Tina hands her a cup of assorted things. A hangover cure.
Drink this.
That smells disgusting. No.
Tina and Cleo struggle over the hangover cure. Tina is just about to force feed it to Cleo when there is a knock. They both stare at the door.
I can hear you guys. Tina, we need to talk.
Nobody's home.
Really?
Tina forces Cleo to drink the hangover cure and then opens the door. Meryl, their landlord, is standing in the doorway.
Yes, Meryl?
Let's talk outside.
Tina and Meryl move into the adjacent hallway.
Rent is late.
I'm so sorry about that. I'll get it right to you.
I don't want you paying double what you expected again.
Then what's the problem? If you get the money, isn't that all that matters?
It's not healthy to have a roommate that leaves you out to dry like this.
Then why aren't you having this conversation with Cleo?
Because I like you more. Also, I get the sense that your friend isn't really under the best condition for this kind of news.
That hangover cure was gross.
What do you want me to do? I can't just kick out my best friend, and I can't afford this place alone for much longer.
Find a new roommate or look for a cheaper apartment. Do you know how many people I have waitlisted for this building?
Can't be many. Look at the state of this place.
And you think you could do a better job?
Probably.
Your roommate needs to prove that she belongs here. It's only right.
Cleo's got 2 job interviews today. She should be able to cover her end of the rent in no time.
I hope you're right, for her sake.
I know she looks like a mess, but Cleo always comes through in the end.
Tina opens the door and re-enters the apartment. Cleo stands in the kitchen, completely normal and ready to go out.
My, what a morning it is. Ah, beautiful day awaits.
Cleo exits. Meryl looks at the mess in the kitchen, then the normal appearance of Cleo as she walks away. Tina re-enters the kitchenette and wipes down some surfaces.
Look, I know you weren't the happiest camper when she moved in, but she really is a fine person. She's like family to me. Surely you have weird family members too.
You don't know the half of it.
Tina washes her hand in the sink. The faucet breaks.
Hey, landlord, can you fix this while I'm at the office?
Of course.
Tina exits. Meryl fidgets around with the faucet. There is a creaking at the door.
Did you forget something?
Lights down. Lights up at an apartment on Cleo at a job interview with interviewer, played by the same actor playing Jack of the Ether.
Your portfolio certainly looks impressive, but we don't hire a lot of female journalists. Do you write primarily to complain about the wage gap?
Do you want me to?
On the other side of the stage, Tina holds a stack of papers walking back to her office. Boss approaches her, played by the same actor who plays Frannie.
Tina, how are the reports coming along?
They're fine. Should be turned in by lunch.
Do you think they're boring?
I'm sorry.
Oh, little birdie told me you said filing reports is boring. Is that true?
Sorry, am I in trouble or something?
Not at all. I just want your opinion. Frankly, if you said they were boring, I would totally agree with you. Sometimes it can feel like busy work, and who wants to do that?
I mean, I probably said that at some point. I just look forward to the day I can do more for the company is all, you know?
I don't. We'll talk later. You should be ashamed.
Tina looks at her surroundings, confused. Blackout. Lights up in the hallway. Cleo and Tina reunite.
How did work go?
I might be getting fired.
What?
It should probably be fine. I just have to talk to my boss. What about you? How did your job interviews go?
You might be looking at the newest columnist of the New York Independent Bugle.
That's great. Does it pay well?
It'll pay the rent.
That's amazing. Meryl's going to be so happy to hear it.
Tina forces a smile. She opens the door to the apartment. Upon entry, Tina and Cleo encounter the room in a significantly more chaotic state. They see Meryl's body, or a dummy that looks like Meryl, laying on a puddle of blood. Blackout. Lights up on the apartment set again. Tina hangs up the phone. Her normally organized work attire has been disheveled. Her neat updo has been hastily taken down. Cleo looks at the state of the apartment. The room looks as though a fight had broken out.
Coroner's on his way.
Cleo taps the body with her foot.
What about the cops?
Probably.
Cleo leans over the body and accidentally gets blood on her finger. She looks at it, disgusted.
Do you think it was a heart attack?
Be careful. The whole place is a mess.
You're right.
Cleo exits into a different room in the apartment. She quickly re-enters, carrying a bucket with cleaning supplies.
What are you doing?
Cleaning the mess.
Cleo, it's a crime scene.
It's not like we committed the crime.
Tampering with evidence is a crime.
I can't live like this. It's yucky.
So now you're worried about the apartment being clean?
Why was she here? Didn't she leave when you went to work?
The faucet broke after you left. She was supposed to fix it.
Cleo turns on the faucet. It functions normally.
She did.
Don't put your fingerprints on it.
So we just can't use the sink? How are we gonna do dishes, Tina? What if I have to wash my hands, Tina? What if I want a glass of water, Tina?
I can't give you all the answers. We're gonna have to wait and find out.
Can I at least lay down on the couch while we wait?
Next to our landlord's dead body? What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm stressed.
There was a knock on the door.
Who's there?
That has to be the coroner, or the cops, or a nosy neighbor.
Tina opens the door. In the hallway stands Sheryl, Jack of the Ether, Andi, Pauly, and Frannie clustered together. Sheryl enters the apartment and sees the body.
Meryl!
Sheryl holds back tears and takes a deep breath. Frannie approaches and holds Sheryl's shoulder. The rest of the group joins them. Suddenly, Sheryl regains composure.
Spread your wings and fly.
Huh?
The visitors spring into action as if they already knew how to respond to Sheryl's remark. Jack of the Ether, Andi, Pauly, and Frannie clean up the crime scene while Sheryl talks to Tina. Sheryl is played by the same actor who previously played Meryl. The only differentiating characteristic between them is that Sheryl has an eye patch.
Are you the residents of this apartment?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Meryl.
Tina points at the Meryl dummy being carried out by Andi and Frannie.
Okay, that was a lie. I'm Sheryl.
Why do you look like my landlord?
Doppelgangers.
Excuse me?
Twins. She never mentioned me?
Cleo blocks the entrance when Andi and Frannie try to re-enter.
Now, what exactly do you think you're doing here?
My sister is dead. We want answers.
We're waiting for the coroner.
We decided we're handling this issue internally.
What does that mean?
It means not to mess with the action set in motion.
Where did you take the landlord?
That's not your right to know.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Many people do. Frannie wipes her hands on her pants.
Ugh, I have to sage this place.
Not until we get our story straight.
Jack of the Ether closes the door. He ties a random piece of string around the doorknob.
The cord of disharmony will keep this conversation between these walls.
The court of what?
Don't worry about him.
I think I have to.
The rest of the building is empty. I checked while we were taking Meryl out of the building.
You checked other people's homes?
If they have nothing to hide, it shouldn't be a problem.
So what's the story going to be, Sheryl?
We should figure out what happened first and then come up with the full story.
I don't like lying to cops.
I do.
I don't know who you are or what's going on, but I want answers now.
Okay, what are your questions?
I can't think of any exact questions at the moment, but I'm very confused.
Okay, so you remember me? Sheryl. We spoke 30 seconds ago. I'm the twin.
Sheryl gestures to the whole group of intruders.
We're her family.
I didn't know you guys existed.
She never brought us up?
Only ever vaguely.
You should have paid better attention to her.
We were just her tenants. We never had any deep conversations or anything. Our interactions were mostly along the lines of, here's the rent money, and hey, there's a weird creak in the floor, can you fix it?
Then why did she text me from your apartment?
She did what?
This morning, Sheryl got a message. She said she was in trouble and to find her here.
She also wanted to let you know the faucet was fixed.
She initiated the Pegasus protocol.
Pegasus protocol?
It's the emergency cleanup code. All God-fearing families should have one.
I don't know why she said that. We're not religious.
When one of us is in trouble, we have to come and deal with the fallout.
If it results in a death, we find justice.
This is the first time there's ever been a death, though.
So what happens now?
Did you already call 911?
That was the first thing we did.
Why would you do that?
You don't know who you can trust. Cops don't interfere in family matters.
So what do you suggest we do instead?
Tell them there was a break-in while you were gone.
But there were no signs of forced entry.
Without saying a word, Pauly stands up and leaves the room.
You took the body? Would you prefer we leave it with you guys? You think just because you can pay taxes, you know how to deal with dead bodies? When you said a lot of people know you, did you mean you were like prom queen or something?
If you're being a stalker right now, I want you to know that I'm morally against that.
Morally against stalking. Isn't everyone?
Yes, but they shouldn't be. Pauly kicks in the door of the apartment. What the hell was that?
You now have signs of forced entry.
Where did you take the body?
Underground.
Most bodies go underground.
Not that kind of underground.
I might be able to resurrect her. It wouldn't be worth it, though.
Regardless, my sister,
Our sister.
left specific directions. No one's leaving this apartment until we get an answer.
Pauly notices a keychain hanging on a key rack near the door, has Tina's name on it. He points to Cleo.
Tina.
She's Tina. I'm Cleo, the roommate.
Don't give them our information.
They already broke into our apartment and won't let us leave. What difference is that gonna make? Are you gonna kill us?
Did you kill Meryl?
We had nothing to do with this. We swear.
Then you'll live.
You also have our names.
What are you talking about?
Well, I already told you. My name is Sheryl.
Are all your names Sheryl?
No.
Then who is everyone else?
I'm Frannie. I was Meryl's half-sister.
Why do you smell like a music festival?
Cleo, don't be rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should be gracious of our guests right now. You think that's the right move? Does anyone want some coffee, tea, water? We want our intruders to feel comfortable.
Cleo, your negative energy is very off-putting. I smell like this because I sell incense in a shop.
Why is your name Frannie?
Excuse me?
It's just that all your sisters have names that rhyme. Why don't you?
What would you prefer me to be called? Farrell?
I mean, Carol is a name that rhymes.
It's not spelled the same way.
Oh, who cares?
You'll have to excuse Sheryl. She hasn't shut up about Mercury being in retrograde for the past, 2 weeks.
Did you ever work at the Old Shore Diner in Virginia Beach?
No.
Were you ever in a community theater production of Oklahoma?
No.
You just look so familiar.
It's 'cause she's a celebrity fascist.
A what?
I don't feel the need to explain my career to you.
She goes on podcasts and news shows and tries to troll people who believe in radical ideas like common sense.
Hey, I don't support common sense. If everyone has it, it means something is wrong.
You're Andrea White. You watch my show? Yeah, I go through YouTube compilations like crazy when I need something to hate watch.
Hate watch?
You know, when you watch something because you hate it?
I don't know. I know what that is. Thank you very much.
Didn't you get bullied at a college campus 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Cleo's phone rings. She lets it continue.
Aren't you gonna get that?
I think I'm a bit busy at the moment.
We're not holding you hostage.
Tina hands Cleo the cell phone. Sorry.
Just don't tell them what's going on, who you're with, or what you're doing.
Cleo answers the phone.
Yes? This is her. Really? That's great! You want me to submit pitches tonight? I just got distracted. I'll send them to you as soon as possible.
Cleo hangs up. Jack of the Ether takes her phone and smashes it.
Why did the Grim Reaper Reaper just destroy my phone?
We can't have your boss tracing this call. And I'm not the Grim Reaper.
So you're just a goth?
We don't really have time to explain his
My
whole-
name is Jack of the Ether.
I didn't give him that name. He's just Jack.
Is the Ether his middle name or something?
No, that would be Joseph.
A title is not bestowed by a mother, but by fate.
Fate?
I have been destined by the Order of the Heralds.
The Order of Heralds? Like a group of heralds?
No, like a bunch of guys he met on vacation that were all named Harold.
I have been prophesized to bring the apocalypse.
Bring it where?
He's not really going to end the world. Thank you for the clarification. The heralds were just messing with him.
And as such, time as the next lunar eclipse, my followers will bring me to the sacred hill where enough blood has been spilled to fill a bucket.
He means the local hill where drunk frat guys think they can sled.
And I will commence the creation of the ceremonial portal.
They're gonna dig a hole.
And from that hill shall emerge the devourer of souls, who will cleanse the earth of all that is good and evil. All that shall remain will be me and my loyal order.
Tina and Cleo look at Sheryl, Andi, and Frannie. Sheryl, Andi, and Frannie simply shake their heads.
So that's why they call you Jack of the Ether.
My followers must refer to their prophet as something.
He doesn't really have followers, does he?
Cleo looks right to Frannie, who does not respond.
Does he?
So you want to devour all the souls or something? Why shouldn't we be suspicious of you?
He was busy hosting a cult meeting at the time.
It wasn't a cult meeting. I was hosting an event for my organization that explores the philosophy of the mortal realm and its relationship with the ethereal plane.
Regardless, none of us were in the city when we got the call.
It's true, I was at work.
I was also working.
What do you do for work?
I manage a business that makes money.
Makes money doing what?
Things.
What kind of things?
I think maybe you should stop asking questions.
Okay, fine.
Sheryl investigates.
How far away are you guys from the city?
Oh, about a 15-minute ride by car.
Oh, so all your alibis suck then.
Excuse you? It's just that you were all a 15-minute drive from our apartment. We were gone all day.
And we have people that can vouch for where we are.
So if one of you guys decided to play fast and loose with your unicorn contingency,
Pegasus Protocol.
whatever, you could have driven into the city, knocked on our door so she would have let you in, killed her, and then left, all within the span of an hour.
You could have gotten away with murder before lunch.
My sister was a good landlord.
Eh.
She wouldn't have let us into one of her tenants' homes.
My entire family always had keys to the grandparents' house. Did you guys have any access to the building in case of emergency?
Oh yeah, we all had copies of the master key to the building.
So not only could one of you gotten into the building, any of you could have entered our apartment.
We wouldn't do that. It's an infringement on your privacy.
I see you've changed your tiling recently. It wasn't anything creepy. Aunt Meryl just needed help changing all the lights in the building.
So she just wouldn't let Frannie enter?
Aunt Meryl always trusted me. I was going to spare her when the end of days came.
So what we've learned is that you guys can't be trusted either.
Hey now!
What about the other tenants in the building?
We don't interact with them.
Why not?
We thought they were wacky.
They were nothing compared to you guys.
That's rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do a roll call. We've got flower power, fascist, man with a questionable background, evil twin, and cult leader.
We don't have to sit here and listen to you.
I don't care. Until we clear your names or the cops show up, I'm leading the investigation.
We're investigating now.
Tina points to Pauly.
Your name.
Pauly.
How were you related to Meryl?
We were married.
She was married?
Only briefly. We got married for tax benefits and then divorced when I stopped paying taxes.
Why don't you pay taxes?
Why do you need to know?
Why shouldn't we believe you to be the murderer?
Easy. For one thing, Meryl was my best friend long after we stopped being married. For another thing, I don't kill people. I have people that do that for me. One last thing. If I did do it, the scene would be cleaned up almost immediately. You never would have known there was a murder.
I hated all of those implications. Thank you.
Sheryl locates something under the couch.
Andi, can you help me move the couch? I think there's something under here.
Andi goes to help Sheryl. As she moves the couch, a hair barrette falls from her head. Andi grasps her head and runs into the hallway, suspiciously.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
Nobody leaves until we get answers.
Was that a hairpin?
Lights up on the hallway. Andi fidgets with her hair. She takes off the wig she's been wearing the whole time. She has dyed hair. Tina opens the door.
What is this?
What is what?
You saw nothing. Got that? Nothing.
Have you been wearing a wig this whole time?
Yeah, all my viewers would take me more seriously if my hairstyle was considered professional. I've seen compilations of you making fun of people with dyed hair. They're like 10-minute long videos.
Cleo walks over to the couch where Andi has left her belongings.
Red hair is really cool looking though.
Right.
And she should be allowed to express herself.
Under a wig?
How many public figures with my beliefs have dyed hair?
Is that a thing?
Cleo pulls out Andi's keyring, which contains chains including a progress flag and a peace sign.
How many public figures with your political beliefs drive Priuses?
She can explain.
She was going to have to eventually.
Look, I went to Juilliard.
Okay.
And I was pretty good at it too. At acting. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get booked when your dad ices your first ever agent.
Excuse me?
Ignore that.
So, I made a character. It started off as satire. People love when you say stupid things on the internet, like, all gay people hate puppies, or Mickey Mouse is a socialist. Unfortunately, people took me seriously and thought I was being legit. I could have stopped. Maybe I should have. Next thing I knew, I was getting offered jobs, appearances on shows, podcast interviews, book offers. It all got out of hand, but I was making bank. Now I'm a public figure, and I have to keep up this behavior and appearance until a lot of contracts end or my current agent gets kidnapped.
I won't do that. You have a steady job.
How many people knew about this?
All of us.
It's the family secret.
Well, it's a family secret.
And the secret dies with you.
Oh my god, please don't kill me.
What? I'm not gonna kill you. Just don't tell other people.
Okay. So you have a whole secret identity. Why should we trust you? I'd rather not say.
Because you were here, murdering my landlord?
Of course not. She was the best former stepmom I could have asked for. Sure, we barely talked, and I'm pretty certain she would write hate comments on my videos, but I would never kill her.
Explain why.
A murder would look awful for my publicity.
Bad answer.
You should just trust that I'm trustworthy.
That is a worse answer.
The truth would ruin my career.
I don't care. Spit it out.
I was volunteering at a soup kitchen. That is an objectively good thing to do. Not when your fans celebrate your false belief that people are poor because they think it's fun. If my followers ever found out, I'd be ruined.
Andrea, you confuse me so much.
My friends call me Andi. I use Andrea professionally because my followers wouldn't like me using a boy name.
Absolutely inconsolable, Andi cries in the shoulder of Cleo.
This is like the weirdest anxiety dream I've ever had.
How so?
Because in that dream, Andrea White started crying into my shoulder.
Can anyone vouch that she was at the soup kitchen?
Yes, I dropped her off this morning.
Okay, so Andy's ruled out.
Maybe I should look up some security footage of the building. Pauly knows how to get it.
What about you, Frannie? What were you doing?
I was meditating at work.
Did anyone come in at that time?
We don't have a very active following, but yes.
Who?
A grumpy lady. She wanted me to cleanse her workspace. She was apologetic about her treatment of an employee earlier that day.
Sounds like my boss.
She might have been. She got mad about her only wanting to do busy work.
Is that my boss?
How would I know?
Did she say anything else?
Yeah, she said the employee's name was Tina.
My name is Tina. Small world. Meryl, please. If my job is on the line, I need to know.
We'll be receiving a call in the next few hours. I'm not sure what she'll say.
Tina sinks to the ground holding back tears. Cleo hugs her.
Don't worry, it'll all be okay.
Don't lie to me, Cleo. I'm gonna lose everything.
What are you talking about? You still have your home.
I don't think we'll be staying here much longer. The rent collector's stuffed in a trunk on the street.
Well, I'm with you no matter what. I I know it must be scary, but we'll get through this together.
She was gonna kick you out.
Huh?
Meryl. She told me if you didn't get your act together, she was gonna kick you out of the apartment.
What?
Frannie pulls out a video on her phone.
Here's some security footage of you entering the building between the hours of 11 and 12.
Everyone watches the video, then turns their heads to Cleo.
Why do you appear in this footage?
I swear I can explain.
Oh my god!
I left my key in the door. I just went back to get it. I didn't even go in the apartment. I didn't even know she was here.
Likely story.
You knew she was going to kick you out of the apartment, so you killed her.
No, I swear I would never. I didn't even know I was on the chopping block. How do I chop back?
Why should we believe you?
I know it looks bad, but it's the truth.
All right, time for justice.
Jack of the Ether approaches Cleo, but she springs back.
Whoa. I am not getting iced or whatever for a crime I didn't commit. I told you I just went for my keys. Is there footage of the hallway? You'll see I didn't even go inside.
Andi opens up a laptop.
All footage of the hallway has been wiped. How can you get into our security footage? I know what rights you do and do not have, unfortunately. Cleo, this is bad. Do you have anyone who can vouch for you?
I wish.
Tina's phone rings. She picks it up as Andi and Pauly grab Cleo's arms.
Hello? Hi, yes, this is she. Yes? Uh-huh. So you thought it over. So you went to that shop. Did you buy incense today? Oh. Am I fired? Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Are you keeping your job?
Andi covers Cleo's mouth.
She wants me to come in tomorrow so I can pack my things.
Before Tina can start crying, Jack of the Ether grabs the phone and breaks it.
Again? Really?
Tina, I can assure you everything is going to be all right.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I'm glad to hear it. You were right. It is a small world.
I just have one question for you, Frannie. I was with my boss all morning. She couldn't have gone to your shop at the time of the murder.
Everyone turns to Frannie. Pauly and Andi release their hold on Cleo.
You don't happen to sell magnets at that shop of yours, Frannie?
Only funny ones that give good vibes.
That's enough to wipe a security camera clean.
How do you know that?
Take a guess.
How did you even know I came back for my keys in the first place?
A tarot deck told me.
And why did you even think to get footage of Cleo on your phone?
Crystal Ball said so.
Your own sister.
Half-sister.
That's besides the point. What did you do, Frannie?
It wasn't my fault, okay?
Don't finish that statement with okay. What happened?
I was in the neighborhood this morning and just wanted to say hi, so I came into the building. You know, I had the key, so I just walked in. I was taking inventory in the shop with me earlier this morning, so I happened to have some pointy crystals on me.
Why weren't they in your shop with you?
Sometimes you have to keep a pointy crystal on you.
What kind of crystal was it?
Rose quartz.
Never mind. I need an obsidian for an upcoming sacrifice.
Anyway, so I walk into the building and went on my way.
Why did you do that?
Why do you care?
It is not within your constitutional rights to commit homicide.
No shit.
Is this gonna be a problem?
Killed our sister, of course it is.
It's not like I meant to do it. Do you know how much profit a crystal shop turns on average? It's not a lot.
So you committed murder?
I was planning on committing burglary. Fortunately, your apartment was the only one with a key in it, and you guys are broke.
We know.
And my sister was also in the room at the time. Shouldn't have gone down that way, but I panicked.
Do you regret it?
Clearly, this was part of our paths in life, so no.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Someone call the police!
Tina, Cleo!
You broke our phones.
It seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
I'm not going to jail.
Frannie pulls the murder cords out of her purse.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna get in the car and get out of here.
No, don't hurt us.
Are you gonna tell the police?
Of course, it's our civic duty. I mean, I can't have my fans thinking I covered up a crime.
Everyone stares at Andi.
Well, that makes this an easy decision.
I can't believe you guys thought I was a murderer.
Does it matter now?
We're about to die. I want that off my chest.
It's good to die with a clear conscience.
If you kill us, my people will find you.
Frannie swings the cords. The group dodges it. Cleo jumps and tackles Frannie, disarming her.
See? You guys gotta trust me.
Frannie stands back up near the door. She pulls out a gun and aims it at the group.
You have a gun?
I hate guns!
Just let me go. I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong. Are you on drugs?
It's not fair, you know. Pauly commits crimes daily. Andi has made an entire career on a lie. Jet plans to end the world. I commit one little homicide, and I'm the bad guy. How is that fair? You know, I think it's about time someone dealt with this family properly, and I think...
The door slams open and knocks Frannie on the ground. The cops enter the room. Panic ensues. Cops arrest Frannie and take her away.
What happens now?
We go home and I mourn my twin.
You can mourn here with us, in the lobby at least, until this place is clean. What are we gonna do about the apartment? There's no landlord.
Tina can take a job.
What?
You have the leadership skills. Just take over for a bit.
We can pop in from time to time to make sure everything is going well.
It's what she would have wanted. I guess I can. I do need a new job.
Your career won't matter in 3 months from now anyway.
Well then, on that note, let's get this cleaned up.
The group spreads around the room and starts to clean. A cop re-enters. This is a crime scene. Let us handle it. Collective agreement from group. Lights down. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show. Also, we have another capstone presentation happening this Sunday. So do go check that out also. Have a good night, everyone.